Hoy la cosa se puso buena. El gozo corre por mi vena. Vamos a olvidarnos de la pena. Esta fiesta nadie la frena. Sin parar. Porque traímos bombas para fincar. Y esto nadie nos lo puede quitar. No importa lo que pase, vamos a gozar. Traemos el sazón y somos la sal. Porque traímos bombas para fincar. Y esto nadie nos lo puede quitar. No importa lo que pase, vamos a gozar. Traemos el sazón y somos la sal. Yo, mucha sal, mucha sal. De los que hablan con la L que hacen todo hasta el final. Un creyente boricua con bombas para fincar. En medio de la tormenta gozando voy a brincar. Yo.
From the borough of Queens, we're at the home of the Mets, Citi Field. Tonight, we've got a good matchup in store between the Toronto Blue Jays and the New York Mets. Tylor Megill, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan, any thoughts?
It's not an easy thing to do to pitch as a rookie, but one of the things you have to do is use the positives. The opposing team has never faced you. You can't be afraid to throw the ball into the strike zone. Establish your pitches and try to work quickly.
And stepping in, Marcus Semien. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. First pitch on the way. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike.
First pitch, 7-11.
Fouled away. Here's the 0-2. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. Temperature reading an even 80 degrees at first pitch tonight. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit hard up the middle. And this is going to get on through into center, a leadoff hit.
Nice piece of hitting right there. When you're facing a young blood on the mound, young starting pitcher, you want to get him into the stretch as quick as possible. You want to see how he handles the moment, see if maybe you can run on him. A lot of things going to open up with this next at bat.
Into the box now, Bo Bichette. As he'll take a look at his strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1. And he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. He's set. Here's the 0-1. In there. Now the throw. Beats the runner to the bag, and McCann gets his man.
Well, so much for that first hit of the game. Tried to press their luck and move him up to second for the steal, but it didn't work out.
One out, nobody on. Blue Jays shortstop with a 1-2 count.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
Skied into very shallow right. Right fielder coming on. And he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. Now a moment as we take a look at the Jays starting 9 for this one. What's the key for them tonight, Hero?
Yeah, Matty, this lineup likes to run the bases. They like to run them aggressively. Stolen bases are not out of the equation. Taking the extra bag, putting the defense on blast right here. The key for this offense is getting guys on base to create havoc.
At the plate now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. No balls and a strike to count. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
Now here's the pitch. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Hit softly on the ground to third. Davis grabs it cleanly. Throw to first with time to spare, and the side is retired. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Steven Matz is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Toronto. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Steven Matz is what they look like. Big, strong guy, 6'4", about 220 pounds. Throws from the left side, smooth gas, 93 to 95. Terrific overhand curveball, and his changeup is getting better all the time. Steven Matz is quality.
And he is frozen on a good curveball that started at his hip at strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. Swing and a miss. Good sinking action there. 1-2.
If he's able to dot that sinker down and away and execute that pitch all day, you're going to see a lot of weak contact, and the infield defense is going to be on its toes.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Now the payoff pitch home. And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Next, here is Pete Alonso. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. From the stretch. And a strike called at the knees. 0-1. Nimmo gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Oh, and he goes the other way, and he drives it out to deep right center field. Out of here, into the visitors' bullpen. So it's a 2-run shot to right center, and even 20 home runs for him now thus far, as the Mets are out in front now, 2-0.
Especially when he rhymes like that and writes like mad and stuff kind of like my dad. You're surprised I rap, get hurt right, only nice guys last, cause who else is nice and actually nice like that? Somebody
what a way to start this one off. Scoreless top of the frame, and you answer with a bomb in the bottom of the first.
Citi on the lawn.
To the plate now, Dominic Smith. As he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. 249 the average coming in, 11 home runs and 43 RBIs. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Matz primarily attacks hitters with his sinker, but not your typical sinker. He throws it much harder than most.
He's a hard guy to get elevation on. In a day and age where a lot of hitters are looking to lift and separate and get the ball in the air, he has some good sink, not great sink, but he makes hitters hit the ball on the ground. And when he's on, you'll see a lot of ground balls.
1-2, here it comes. Big swing, but a little dribbler here to the right side of the mound. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out. With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Danny, who stands out to you?
Matt, I think there's some concern about Michael Conforto right now. Look, they need his power to come back. There's no other way to say it. He has 0 home runs last month, and he hits in the middle of the order. They expect big things from him, and so am I. This team will not go anywhere unless he starts to get hot.
J.D. Davis, the next to bat, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. And that's right there, and we're even at 1. And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
Hey, Joe McDonald, he's a tough guy to figure out sometimes, D-Row. One inning, he'll be given that inside corner. The next inning, he doesn't give much of that inside corner. His zone fluctuates a lot.
You know, Dan, you could see some definite confusion on the face of some hitters today. Questioning in the strike zone. One pitch is a strike on the outer half. The next time it's a ball. Kind of a little cat and mouse with the umpire, but you should be focused on the pitch.
As a pitcher, you'd love to assert your authority early on in the game, but it hasn't happened so far out here. That's a home run and a double against him now, and we're still in the first. He's going to have to make some adjustments quickly if he's going to turn this around.
In now, Michael Conforto, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Now the 0-1. Hit down the line at first, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Working for the punch out and the offering.
That's great recognition right there on the part of the hitter. Not many guys lay off that one. That was a classic strikeout pitch. The 0-2 good changeup with some depth.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Next for the Mets, James McCann. And the Mets with an opportunity for more damage here in the first. From the belt, kicks and deals as he'll take a breaking ball in off the plate for ball 1.
From an offensive standpoint, this is where you got to push the throttle right here. You've had a couple hits in the inning. You got a 1-0 count leverage. Let's see if he can gap something.
Now the 2-0. And he makes good contact there, but this is going to find the stands foul down the right field line. The 2-1. Hit on the ground out to short. Bichette's got it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run home run. Second inning coming up. It's now 2-0 New York. So now to the plate, George Springer.
You know, these next couple innings are really important for these guys. I know they're only down by a couple, but they need to get something going on offense to keep pace, even though it's early.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Way outside. 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And that's taken high for a ball. It's full now. 3-2.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
Now the payoff pitch home. Hits this one hard the other way, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey, nice leadoff single to start the second right there. They're already down. They got to find a way to stay on the attack and get back in this game. We'll see how they play it here.
So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. To short, hit hard. Right to him. To second for 1. On to first, and they turn the double play.
Really good pitch for the pitcher right there. Down in the zone, hits on top of it, induces the ground ball double play.
Here's Randall Grichuk. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, down in the count 0-2, I'd like to see a little choke and poke right here. Maybe work it up the middle or opposite field with 2 strikes.
0-2 count, and the pitch. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes, 0-2. Got him swinging, and that's the 3rd out. Down in order go the Blue Jays. They trail it here 2-0. Last half of the second set to go, and stepping in is the veteran shortstop, Jonathan Villar. And now the first pitch. to 1-2 now. Into the windup and the pitch. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Bichette picks it up cleanly. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away.
Batting eight.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Toronto Blue Jays today. And let's focus our attention on outfielder Randall Grichuk. It's the ability to put it together every day on a consistent basis that's going to separate this guy from superstar to average big leaguer. Look for him to make an impact on one side of the ball today.
Standing in now, Luis Guillorme, as he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball one. Guillorme is unlike many of today's hitters in the sense that he doesn't have a lot of swing and miss in his approach at the plate. More often than not, he gets contact, and I'm sure that makes him a frustrating hitter to face from a pitcher's standpoint.
You know, he takes his chances when he has count leverage. Without question, 1-0, 2-0, you'll see this guy try and get nasty a little bit, but he stays within himself, he knows what his strengths are, and he tries to drive the ball right back where it came from.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Springer has a read on it. 2 down.
Batting ninth.
Up next, Tylor Megill.
Tylor.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch.
Nope. Ball one.
2 out, nobody on. The 1-1. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. High hop, and he barehands it. And give it up on a phenomenal play to retire the side. Clearly enjoying their time here at the ballpark, as are we. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Kevin Biggio stepping up now, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one.
Kevin Biggio.
First delivery to him, and he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence, he's got great body language on the mound, he's got fastball command, and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Inside corner, called a strike 1 and 2. And the pitch. High in the air out to center field. Waiting on it is Nimmo. 1 away. And with that, we give you a look at what's happening in the NL East race. So 1 away in the Toronto third. And in next is Alejandro Kirk. And now the first pitch.
Ball. Count 1-0.
The 1-0. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1 and 2.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
I got to be honest, I'm shocked he went back to this pitch again. First one, he was on it and fouled it off. Second one, he did not miss.
Matz.
Stepping in now, Steven Matz. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. Now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection. So it's back to the top of the order now. And up next, a Berkeley area native, Marcus Simeon. First pitch coming, here it is. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
When hitters are able to lay off curveballs and get themselves into good counts because of it, you're in pretty big trouble as a pitcher. A lot of guys rely on their opponents offering at that pitch, even when it's not in a good location to hit.
And it's 2 balls and a strike to the Jays leadoff batter. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Smith able to track it down for the 3rd out. Blue Jays held in check. They're still down. It's 2-0.
Welcome back as the Mets prepare for their 3rd turn batting in this one. And fans of the Metropolitans have been treated to quite a bit of production from this lineup so far this year. They come into the game with the fewest strikeouts of any team in the league. And when I caught up with some of the players during batting practice and asked them about that, they all reiterated that they don't want to be an all-or-nothing kind of offensive team. They said it's important to their success that they battle, make pitchers work, and do their best every time up to put the ball in play. Not every team buys into that philosophy, but it definitely seems to work for these guys. Matt?
The center fielder.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Brandon Nimmo stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1. One and one to the Mets leadoff hitter.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And he lays off this one down and in for ball 2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Springer giving chase. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. So 1 man gone for the Mets in the 3rd. And up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso.
In the last at-bat, that breaking ball was really up in the zone. Not a good spot for a pitcher to throw the off-speed pitch. If he wants to come back and throw that in this at-bat, he better get it down below the knees.
A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
You know, what I'm seeing here is a reluctance to throw the fastball. It's like he feels he can't throw the ball right by him right now.
This is on the ground over to first. Reined in. Throw gets him. 2 down. Next up from New York, Dominic Smith. He's 0 for 1 after rounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
guys. Ball one.
Well off the inside that time as the sinker misses for a ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Outside, 3-0 now.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
3-1 to the Mets left fielder. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
Now batting, third baseman, J.D.
Next to hit is J.D. Davis. He doubled his last time up.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
Now the first pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Bichette gathers it in. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. 3 innings complete. It's the Mets 2, the Jays nothing. Leading off the inning, it'll be Bo Bichette as they'll look to spark the offense and even things up. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Inside with the fastball, it's 1-0. Swing, and he pops him up. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball. The 1-1.
Whoa, that's upstairs.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
Strike 2 called, and it's even at 2.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And he misses with that one down and in. It's a full count now, 3-2.
Great AB up until this point. A walk right here could really just infuse some confidence into this lineup.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Stepping in for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll 2.
And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in 2 places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch and the guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times somebody's there to make that play. Unfortunately not, and now we've got a couple of guys on.
George Springer the next to hit as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1.
Well, they've yet to hang a number on the scoreboard, but it looks like they've got a great opportunity from the breakthrough. Going to be pretty demoralizing if they can't.
Now the 1-0. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Now the 2-0.
Yep, that ball went out.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is.
When a pitcher puts you in the proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take a deep breath. You can't start trying to guess along with him. Trust your fundamentals and stay on that fastball.
3 balls and 2 strikes to the Blue Jays center fielder. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Another full count pitch home. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout. Teoscar Hernandez digging in now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the first pitch.
1-0.
Bichette on second. Guerrero is over at first with 1 away. 2-0 to the Jays left fielder.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot he's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
In the air down the line in left. Left fielder is on the move. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Randall Grichuk at the plate now. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
Here's the 1-2 delivery.
Now 2-2, 2 on, 2 out. This is when you have to make a pitch right here. The last thing you want to do is run the count full to 3-2. Then the runners are going to be off to the races.
A full count, 3-2 to Randall Grichuk.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
2 down, runners at first and second. Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is over. The Blue Jays leave a pair. They trail things here 2-0. Welcome back to Flushing, Queens. Before we get back to baseball, let's check in with Heidi.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And up next, the left-handed hitting Michael Conforto.
The right fielder, Michael Conforto.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And there's a base hit on the line. And this will bang up against the wall. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Into the box, James McCann. Hard hit ball to short. And that's through, a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
Obvious pitch recognition right there. 0-0 changeups usually get guys out in front, but he was able to stay back, recognize it, and drive it for a base hit.
So now to the plate, Jonathan Villar. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. And they're runners at the corners now. Swing and a miss as he pulls the top hand over. It's 0-2. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Good time to try to put the ball down in the strike zone. You can either get a strikeout or a potential double play ball.
Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Now the 0-2 pitch. And he got him.
Flat out locked him up with a changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
At the plate now, Luis Guillorme, as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. And he's got runners at the corners here with only one gone. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And this one gets away. And he will score from third. A daring move as he scores on what ought to be called a wild pitch. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1.
Well, that sinker is normally a really important pitch for him, but it really hasn't been effective so far. It just looks kind of flat.
The 2-1 home. A swing and a ground ball to third. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Next to stand in is Tylor Megill. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch of the AB on its way. McCann stands at second with 2 gone. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. And now the Blue Jays get a left-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. The 1-1 home. Misses off the plate.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. But sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
Edge of the zone that time taken and ruled a strike.
Yeah, from a pitcher's perspective right here, you got to treat this guy like he's the 4-hole hitter with runners in scoring.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Mets played a run on a couple of hits. We played 4 full. The Mets lead this one 3-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And flat out, he told me they just need to put better swings on the ball right now. He said they're searching for ways to drive the ball with some authority because it's just not happening for them today. They haven't gotten an extra base hit yet, so it's been a real struggle getting guys into scoring position. But the key, he said, is not to panic. Sometimes you just have to fight through the downturns and keep your focus and energy high.
Thank you, Heidi.
Leading off for the Blue Jays.
New inning set to get underway, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Cavan Biggio. First pitch on the way.
Nope.
A ball and no strikes. Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike.
With the way this guy's throwing on the mound, you cannot be chasing. You have to set your sights a little bit lower and control the strike zone.
Well above the letters with the fastball that time. The 2-1 is taken down and in for a ball.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
The 3-1 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the fifth the same way he ended the fourth with a punch out, one away.
This guy is really locked in on the bump right now. He's just playing good old-fashioned hardball right now, just rearing back and letting it go. It seems like this lineup, they don't have an answer for anything he's bringing so far.
The batter will be Alejandro Kirk, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike one. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Now here it comes. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he'll reach second now with one away.
I'll tell you, that's one of the first good swings we've seen anybody put on this guy so far. He's been throwing the ball really well, but that was one of the few mistakes we've seen him make.
Into the box now, Steven Matz, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He did his job and laid down the successful sac bunt in his first appearance. Blue Jays pitcher with an even 1-1 count. From the belt, kicks and deals. High and deep down the left field line. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Working for the punch out and the offering.
I don't know if that was discipline or whether he's just not swinging the bat at all, but hey, at least he's making the pitcher throw a few more pitches.
The 2-2. And a curveball gets away, and this ought to be a passed ball. And he'll make it to third here on what will likely be ruled a passed ball. Cue shot here out towards short. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
The batter, number 10.
Those jump throws are always some of the most exciting plays you'll see. So here it is again with Show Track. Shows off some great range, and is still somehow able to get a lot behind the throw as his momentum was taking him the other way. Not everybody can make that play. At the plate, Marcus Semien, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
Hey, a 2-out walk right here would be the tying run to the plate. Even though it's early on, you got a guy on deck that has a lot of pop.
And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
Threw that fastball right by him. He had no chance to get the barrel of that one.
Reaches down and hits this one on the ground to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Mets are out on top, 3-1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and next it'll be the outfielder, Brandon Nimmo. First pitch on its way. Bat explodes as this has popped up, and he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out. Next it'll be Pete Alonso. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat. 1-0. Hit sharply on the ground. Oh, look at Simeon. Touché, sir.
That ball was absolutely smoked right there. I'm surprised it didn't rip a hole in his glove.
Dominic.
Standing in now, Dominic Smith. As he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. It was a walk in his last trip. Grounded weakly toward third. He's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3 as the lead remains 3-1. Number 64 will take the ball now as the new pitcher.
Now pitching for the New York Mets, number 64.
Into the box, Bo Bichette. It was a walk in his last trip. He's ready. Here's the first pitch.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As a pitcher, you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables for big innings.
The 1-0. Misses for the second ball. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. 2-0 count. The pitch. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
Hey, you want someone sometimes to rattle the bat rack, but also the guy on the mound's got to eat too. They're executing their pitches out there. It's going to be tough to score some runs.
Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
A 3-1 count, tying run on deck. Good spot to be a hitter right now. You have to look for something middle in.
And, might have thought it was high, but it's a strike. 3-2 now.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Drilled on the ground to short. But that finds its way through for a base hit. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Now batting.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Dealer, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Stepping in now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 0-1 the count. Bichette aboard here at first with nobody out. And a curveball, 79 miles an hour. It's in there, 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Drilled to the right side. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit. He'll hold at second, and there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, D-Row, when you're starting to swing it like this team is, doesn't matter. They bring in a new relief pitcher, right? And he gets greeted with back-to-back base hits.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to do. In today's day and age of bullpen down your throat, you very rarely see back-to-back knocks when these guys are throwing smoke.
That's one of the keys, too. When you come in facing guys out of the bullpen, they're being taught to throw strikes early, and they're taking advantage of it. He's throwing strikes, and they're jumping all over him.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1.
Well, the Blue Jays have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. They're hoping they get it right now. This would sure be a good time.
Outside with the breaking pitch, and he falls behind it 2-0.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the harder plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Fouled off. 1 run, 7 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. And he lays off again, ball 3.
3-1 here. You have to make a good pitch on the mound. Grooving one here rarely works in your favor unless the hitter tries to do too much with it.
Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that'll get through into center field for a base hit. The runner from second crosses the plate.
Hey, D-Row, they're making this guy pay. That's 3 straight singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hit extremely hard. Killing them softly, station to station with those knocks.
So now to the plate, Teoscar Hernandez, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
He struggled a bit coming out of the bullpen here, so he needed that strike. Maybe it settles him down a little bit.
Oh, got him a swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. None out, runners at first and second. And this one's in the dirt. So now 2 men in scoring position.
Well, you live by the sword, you die by it too. He went with an off-speed pitch down in the zone, and that's the risk you take there. The catcher can't come up with it, and 2 runners advance. Now they're both into scoring position.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
Hey, expect a challenge right here. Does not want to run the count full.
Runners at second and third here. Nobody out. And he comes back with 1 down and in for ball 3.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2. And he's seen a lot of pitches too.
Hit in the air down the right field line. And this will wind up a foul ball.
You're lucky if you get 1 pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least 1 pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
To the plate now, Rendell Grichuk. Grichuk puts a good swing on it. This ball's carrying well to left. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. Number 17 for him on the season, and it's now 5-3.
Wow, the pitching staff has to love this one, right? They were down 1, and with one swing of the bat, they're up 2. What a turnaround in this one.
Miguel Castro, the tall right-handed reliever, takes over pitching duties out of the bullpen now.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the third baseman.
In now, Cavan Biggio, as he'll get out ahead of a changeup and swing through it for strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Here's the pitch. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. He hit the corner and tries for third. And he'll get in there at third as he just misses a home run but settles for the triple.
Well, when this thing left its bat, I thought it had the distance to get out of here, but it goes over the fielder's head and skips away in the bottom of the wall, allowing him to cruise into third.
Into the box, Alejandro Kirk, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Four runs here in this half inning. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Well, there's a couple of ways to look at this. It never looks good to hit a man when your team is getting shelled. Seems a little suspicious. Then again, sooner or later, you've got to reclaim the inside part of the plate, or things can get even worse.
So in now is the Blue Jays pitcher, Steven Matz. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. From the stretch. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Big pitch coming up right here. He'd love for a ground ball or a strikeout.
Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good work there to prevent any advance. It's 1-2. Line to the right side. And that will get down as he delivers a big one here. It's a base hit. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
At the plate, Marcus Semien. As he'll watch a sinker here that misses. It's ball 1. Runners are at the corners with one man out. And looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
And the 2-1. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Catch will be made here. Tagging is the runner from third. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Great job there by this power hitter. Known for driving the ball out of the ballpark. Does the job right there with the sac fly and brings the run home.
First pitch of the AB now.
Nope.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1.
Well, that's a tough call for Blue right there. Either way you call it, somebody doesn't like it. But hey, that's the life of an umpire.
2-0 now. From the belt, the pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. And that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
Up next to the Blue Jays, the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Into the box now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. The 1-0.
If you've been paying attention, the guy on the mound does not want to come inside. If I'm at the plate, I'm leaning out over.
The 2-0 on the way. But this won't get by the shortstop as he's there to take it in for the third out. So a great inning there as they bat around to score 6 times to open up the lead. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. The Blue Jays on top, 7-3. Bottom of the inning now, and set to go as the third baseman, J.D. Davis.
J.D. Davis.
First offering on its way. Hit sharply on the ground. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And a good try to recover that time, but he'll beat it out as he's aboard to kick off the inning.
The right fielder, Michael.
Now to the plate, here is Michael Conforto. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. They'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0.
All you want is the leadoff man to get on to start a big inning, maybe get a big rally going to claw your way back into this ball game.
And that swung on and missed on a pitch down. 1-1.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
The 1-1 home.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1-2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
2 balls and 2 strikes now. A swing by Conforto, and this is driven to deep right. Gone into the upper tank. Michael Conforto connects for a 2-run home run. 7 home runs for him on the year now, and that lead is trimmed to 7-5 here.
Normally this matchup is the last thing you want to see, left on left, but he kept his front shoulder square, stayed in that at bat, and absolutely demolished that baseball.
Here comes a Toronto skipper out toward the pitcher's mound, and we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So he does work the requisite 5 innings for the win, but he leaves his bullpen a tough road to hoe. Jacob Barnes takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning.
The catcher, number 33, James.
Stepping in now, James McCann, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Barnes stands 6'2" and throws from the right side. This is his 6th season for him in the big leagues. No outs, nobody on. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. High and deep to right center. Therefore, it is Springer, and he's got it for the first out. And with that, we'll give you a quick look at our current standings in the AL East. Now to the plate, Jonathan Villar. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. He's going to have to lower his sights.
And he powers a cut fastball by him that time, and he's in charge now, 0-2.
When a hitter is showing he's unable to resist those inside pitches, you just might as well keep going in there and hope he keeps chasing. Those weren't strikes, but he wanted to hit them anyway.
0-2 count, and the pitch. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2.
Well, there's the classic 0-2 wasted fastball, not even close to the zone. We'll see what he throws on the next pitch.
One and 2, here it comes. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. 5 runs, 6 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. So a full count now. Luis Guillorme, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. Now the 3-2 pitch is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Well, I have to give credit to him on the mound for not letting that previous pitch get to him. He wanted it, but he didn't get the call. But I love how he didn't let it affect him. He comes right back with another good pitch and gets the punch out.
Standing in now, Luis Guillorme, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw. 2 out, nobody on. And there's ball 2 now. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
The 3-1 pitch. He loses him on ball 4.
The pitcher, number 50, Megill.
Jeff McNeil will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first.
Number 6.
From the stretch. The average coming in 257. 4 home runs and 17 RBIs. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And it's fouled away. Guillorme leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. But the Mets do strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run home run. 4, 5, and 6 coming up to start the 7th. It's the Blue Jays 7 and the Mets 5. Jerry Familia is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. 7th inning ready to roll, and that'll bring up the outfielder, George Springer. First offering. Looked to be a sinker there, up in the zone a bit, but called a strike. Fouled away. Here comes the 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
At the plate now, Teoscar Hernandez, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
0-2 count. You could do just about anything you want right now. Up, down, in, out, hard, soft. Good time to be a pitcher.
And he strikes him out as well. So 2 punch-outs to begin the outing out of the pen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Rendell Grichuk will stand in again as we flash you back here to inning number 6. This was his 3-run home run that's really been the key blow to this point in the ballgame. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Strike taken as that one catches the outer part of the plate.
Hey, this guy has come in and just done his job. Period. The end. Chance to toss a scoreless inning right here with 2 down. They're only down 2. A bloop and a blast, and this game's tied.
All even now, 2-2.
He's 1 pitch away from striking out the side, but even more than that, to throw a donut up after your offense put up some runs, I can't tell you what that means to the boys in the dugout.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Again, he sends it out of play. The 2-2 one more time. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Pure dominance on the mound as he strikes out the side in order. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Ryan Barucki will take over on the mound to start the bottom of the 7th. Last half of the 7th here, and digging in is the outfielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Brandon Nimmo.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. No offer at that one. It's a cold strike. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, that's back-to-back really good sliders. I wouldn't be surprised if he threw another one right here. Looks like he's got that slide ball in his back pocket right now.
Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number 1. Now here's the pitch. Pete Alonso stands in as he looks at ball 1 here.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2.
2 tough sliders right there, but he was able to lay off them. Might have bought himself a fastball in this situation.
That's popped up. Guerrero trying to get there, and this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Now the 2-1 pitch is taken, ball 3.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
In there, and it's full 3-2.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
And he goes with the slider here as that misses in tight. It's ball 4.
Well, he battled to get it to a 3-2 count, but that pitch wasn't even close. Now he's got a man on with 1 out, so he's got to focus on trying to get the ground ball.
Digging in next, Dominic Smith grounded out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the AB now.
Ball. Count 1-0.
The 1-0. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be two? One there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Nothing doing for the Metropolitans. They're down 7-5. Aaron Loop has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Now to bat, Kevin Megill. He made it to third on a triple in his previous appearance.
Hopefully that triple is the kick he needed to get him out of this slump. Got to feel real good to hit one hard and be able to run like that.
First offering. The 0-1 delivery. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Smith is there, and he has it for the out. Next, it'll be Alejandro Kirk. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch. And now the first pitch. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
The 1-0 home. Ball 2 now.
Boy, that was an awfully close pitch right there. I know if I'm on the mound, I want that pitch called a strike. That's one of those that could go either way.
And he has a cut at that one, but misses 2-1.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Now a swing and a hard-hit grounder. High in the air out to center field. Waiting on it is Nimmo. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Santiago Espinal will pinch hit here with 2 outs and the base is empty. He's set and the pitch. And he puts it on the ground to second. Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning. Nothing across here this half. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Toronto leads this one 7-5. Trevor Richards is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Now at the plate, J.D. Davis. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the 8th.
Davis.
Here's the first pitch. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 1-0 finds the zone, strike 1.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
The count now at 2-1. Here it comes. Got him to go down after that one, and it's 2-2.
Wow, that changeup is an absolute beaut. They call it the great equalizer for a reason.
Here now the 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
In now, Michael Conforto. And great extension as he drives this one high in the air and deep the other way. Gone! A solo shot here to left, and it's now a one-run game, 7-6 now.
Second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
At the plate, James McCann, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. The Mets find themselves losing in the late innings. What are your thoughts on this one, guys?
Yeah, Matty V, this is one of those that you kind of scratch your head and you go, wow, you hit the ball all the ballpark, but still not enough offense. It just goes to show you this sport is still, D-Row, all about pitching.
It is. It begins and ends on that bump right there. And there's just so many facets to the game. Defense, base running. It's just not the team that hits the most home runs is going to win the ball game.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Off-speed pitch misses here, and he runs it to 3-1.
That's a close pitch right there, but I think he's just nibbling a little bit too much. Out of the pen sometimes, you just have to come in and go right after guys.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. On to first, and there are 2 down. And now, Jonathan Villar. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
And he fouls this one off. Outside for a ball, 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Jonathan Villar. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. Mets do pick up a run on this solo shot. On to the 9th inning from Citi Field. It's now a 7-6 ball game. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Marcus Semien. He'll be charged with trying to get on board leading off the 9th. First pitch on the way. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
Swung on, and this ball is absolutely crushed. Forget about it. Gone to lead off the inning. It's a solo shot for Marcus Semien, number 23 for him thus far, and it's now an 8-6 ball game. How about the work the lineups have been doing so far, fellas?
Yeah, Matt, it's always tough to score runs here at this big ballpark in Citi Field. Heck, D-Roll, they've moved the fences in a couple of different times here to make it easier for the Mets hitters.
You know, this has been such an impressive hitting performance today by this offense, considering the fact that we're in Citi Field, although aesthetically pleasing, not for an offensive ball play.
Now this ball's hit out to deep left center. Left fielder looking up, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So a solo shot here to left center field. Number 17 for him on the season as they jump ahead by 3. Well, that's the 6th home run we've watched leave the yard in this one. Guys, what do you think's behind the hitting we've seen here today?
Yeah, Matt, it's always tough to score runs here at this big ballpark in Citi Field. Heck, D-Roll, they've moved the fences in a couple of different times here to make it easier for the Mets hitters.
You know, this has been such an impressive hitting performance today by this offense, considering the fact that we're in Citi Field, although aesthetically pleasing, not for an offensive ball play.
Seth Lugo is in out of the bullpen now as he'll be inserted into the number 6 spot following the double switch. Tomas Nido is into the ball game as well as he'll slide into the pitcher spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch. So now to the plate, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. As he'll take a look at ball 1. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Roll, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Roll, one of the things...
He swings and crushes it. Oh, my, there is no doubt about this one, and they've done it again. Back-to-back-to-back home runs. A solo shot here to left, number 33 on the year, as they open up a 4-run lead.
Well, this is amazing right here. 3 home runs in a row. I've actually been a part of a similar situation sandwiched in between Rafael Furcal and Gary Sheffield back in the early 2000s. What a moment. All the boys are going nuts. For 3 guys to do it, it's pretty special.
Here's George Springer. As he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ball game. Now the 1-0. That's by him for strike 1. Lugo playing here in his age 31 season. This is his 6th season for him in the big leagues. 3 runs already home here. There's a foul ball off to the right side, and that'll move the count to 1-2. Fouled off. He'll try again, 1-2. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
That's the 3rd time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
Stepping in now, Teoscar Hernandez. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. Now here it comes. Hard liner toward short. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. Now this rolls all the way to the wall, and he'll pull into second with 1 away.
As we take a look at the replay here, you can see that it was a hanging changeup. Nice job of staying back on it, and he's able to tattoo it for a double. And you know, if that pitch would have supplied more velocity, it might have been out of here. He hit it right on the screws.
Standing in now, Rendell Grichuk, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. The 1-0 is in there for strike one. Hernandez leads off second with one gone in the inning. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. From the belt, kicks and deals.
We're going to count 2-2.
Pretty easy pitch to lay off there, 2-2. Not even close to being in the strike zone. He made it easy for the hitter in that one.
Out of the stretch, the 3-2 pitch home. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with only one away.
I'm sure the manager is fine with that. He tried to entice him with that 3-2 pitch, but he didn't take the bait. First base was open, though, so he just needs to make a good pitch for a ground ball.
Next to hit, Cavan Biggio flew out last time up. From the stretch, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
With some traffic on the base paths, nice job by the pitcher to execute strike one.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. Striding in is Alejandro Kirk, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. He's set. Here it comes. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Drives it out to deep right center field. Nimmo in pursuit, but he's not going to get there, and he's headed for extra bases again. And the second run will score as well.
I thought this was getting ugly when they scored double digits in runs, but they tack on a couple more here to make it an even dozen. You're going to win about 99% of the games when you score 12 runs. Simple as that.
Trevor May comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Reese McGuire will look to provide a little 2-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away. First pitch of the AB on its way, and he hits it hard to the right side, and that's by him into right field for a base hit. And he's out. Beautiful throw home to cut down the run. An absolute dime to the plate for the final out. Certainly worth another look. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show. Rafael DeLeese will come on now to make his 30th appearance of the year so far.
Leading up for the Mets, the second baseman, Luis.
At the plate now, Luis Guillorme, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. No hits to this point. The 0-1 pitch. Pulled toward right center field. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
You could tell he was thinking fastball all the way here, and that's exactly what he got. He was able to get the bat head out front and pull it into the gap into right center. Now they're set up pretty nicely for a good inning after that leadoff double.
Into the box, Tomas Nido, as he'll take one on the inside corner at the knees. It's strike one. Comes in here right at 260. 3 homers and a dozen RBIs. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that's the first out. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Brandon Nimmo struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit hard on the ground to short. Throw to first, not in time as the run is across to score. Chalk that one up as an E6, and he really can't believe it out there. Now it'll be Pete Alonso. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. And now the first pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
In his career, Alonso brings a batting average just a little over the 250 mark. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Well, you have to have a lot of confidence and composure to pitch effectively, and right now, I'm just not seeing it. He looks kind of rattled out there to me.
Laid off, but a called strike as that caught the outside.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in, and they get right back outside. Nice pitch.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Nimmo, base runner at first with 1 out. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
And the payoff pitch. And he swings and pops it foul behind the plate. Kirk moving to his left. 2 down. And now here is Dominic Smith. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. Here's the first pitch to him. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. 2 out with the man at first. Hit sharply toward the right side. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. He'll hold at second, and there are 2 aboard now.
Pitcher went to the well one too many times. Back-to-back fastballs. Hitter was able to keep his hands through, deliver a nice line drive.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, J.D. Davis. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
First pitch on its way.
Nope.
Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. 2 down, runners at first and second. Oh, in trouble lurking now. He's got it to 2-0.
Those are just 2 great takes right there. Those are pretty good pitches. Sliders down the way, both of them. Just off the plate, couldn't get the batter to fish.
The 2-0. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Shot toward right center. And this is going to get down. Extra bases. And they're starting to make some inroads here. A run in. Here's a second runner around third. The tag, and he's in there as they close the gap to 3 now.
You simply cannot offer up a pitch like this to a hitter of this guy's magnitude, especially with runners on the bags. He makes a living off frozen ropes to the outfield like this, and that one drives in a pair.
Jordan Romano comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th. Michael Conforto stands in looking for home run number 3 right here as you see what he's done so far in this one. Now the first pitch. And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
The 1-0.
The last thing you want to do when you've got a 3-run lead in the 9th is give the other guys any sense of hope. It's a good time to challenge here on 2-0, especially since there's a good chance he's taking until he gets a strike.
Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball. The 2-1 home.
Oh, that's it.
Well, this is a big pitch right here. 2 outs in the ninth. The last thing you want to do is walk a guy and bring the tying run to the plate.
And he misses ball 4, so he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
That is just a great at-bat there. When you're down late, you need base runners any way you can get them, and that never-say-die mentality could be the difference. We'll see how it plays out.
Kevin Pillar will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here. Now here's the first offering. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. The 0-1 pitch. And it's fouled away. 2 men are on with 2 men out. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
I mean, he's coming right after him, Matty. 3 fastballs in a row.
The Mets down to their final strike. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
This is a huge pitch right here. I don't think he wants to go 3-2 and have those runners be in motion. Look for him to be aggressive with what he thinks is his best pitch right now.
Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Not what you want to do on the mound, go from 0-2 to 3-2, but credit the man in the box for being patient, even with 2 strikes.
Two down, runners at first and second. And he strikes him out to end it here as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate but could not cash in.
Man, they've already put the all-time winning streak record in their rearview mirrors. But with every win, it gets further and further away. We could say this now. This is one of the greatest teams in the history of baseball.
12-9, the final in this one. The Toronto Blue Jays get the win on the heels of 4 home runs. Steven Matz earns his 8th victory of the season, so that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
Say it's too loud, still turning up. Why you all in my face? I don't give a you ride shotgun, try and give me some. Oh, there you go again. Rolling up, putting on the flow again. A nice day, I might roll to the stove again and let y'all see the whip. Get a whip, hit a switch, get a. Don't you see them?
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 59 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.